Again, this game isn't out yet. Currently in this beta build, there's only a single scenario, which is basically a tutorial scenario over here. That's it. And some other scenario placeholders here. The sandbox mode is blocked out. The sandbox mode, I guess, is where you go. Yeah, no restrictions. Presumably, everything's unlocked and you have all the money. Then there's franchise mode over here. Now, the kerfuffleage I was having with this game over Twitter, and while it wasn't sure if I was going to do content for it right now, until I got some clarification, is franchise mode is always online mode. And so my question was, well, where is the offline career mode? Now, franchise mode does some cool things that requires it to be online. You can sort of visit other people's parks, but one of the things is animals and animal breeding. You're allowed to, you can put up animals for adoption, and other pets, zoos, other players can adopt them, and vice versa. You can adopt pets from other zoos, and there's this whole like genetic system in there, so you can sort of track that. And obviously, those aspects of the gameplay are inherently online only. But my question was, is there an offline career type mode for you to play in the release version? And I just got a tweet this morning from the Planet Zoo people that says, yes, there's an offline career mode in the final version. It might end up being like inside of scenarios, right? There might be like sort of a generic-y scenario of like, okay, start with nothing and, you know, build your way up. And I mean, that would sort of count as a career mode, which would be okay. But I wanted to make sure, because the lack of that could be an issue. Because not everyone always has good internet. People aren't always in a place where they want to play on the internet. Like, what if I want to play this on a plane ride? And then also the big one is, you know, how long are these guys going to keep the servers running? What happens when the servers go down, and what does that mean for things? But at this point, okay, that's sounding okay. Now, there's still a fair amount of glitchy behavior in the game. It is a beta, so, you know, prepare yourself. We might crash, I don't know. There was already a big mod yesterday, so I think the beta was sort of released or made available on Thursday, 2 days ago, and then yesterday, there was a big, like, 3.9 gig patch that fixed some crash bugs and things like that. So, you know, you can still expect some various things to go on like that. There's our character. Right now, there's not a lot of character customization. There's like, I don't know, 2 haircuts or something like that. So that's me sort of positioned somewhere in the world, which I guess will matter when we go into franchise mode and various things like that. I want this modded so the animals are the visitors and humans are the attractions. That sounds great, Artistic Sumo. Thursday, say, thinking of Tuesday. Did I say, I meant to say Tuesday is when the beta was released. Yes, my bad. All right, let's go in. So franchise mode, what I'm gonna do here, yay, is I'm actually going to go, I'm gonna go and close my franchise here, and we're gonna start over. Are there pandas? I don't remember. There's a lot of animals. We'll go and see what the animals are in here. So when you're doing this franchise mode, this sort of online mode, which tracks sort of different types of achievements and gameplay and things like that. There's a lot of sort of meta behavior and rewards, a lot of conservation aspects to this game. When we get in here, there are sort of 2 currencies. There's just cash money and conservation points. Conservation points are points that you earn by doing things like breeding, releasing animals to the wild, that sort of thing. The second currency is not there as a microtransaction currency. As far as I know, there's no plans to do anything like that of the sort. It's just you know, requires you, if you want to be able to get the rewards from the conservation point, requires you to do conservation-y kind of things. So our franchise is going to be Petranimals. Crazy Eddie's Animal Emporium. And there we go. So we can claim this. We've got 400 of these franchise points. It's going to cost us 100 to start a new zoo. Currently, the only biome that we have access to is grassland in Asia. Now, this is, I think this is just going to be it's the default terrain that we're going to be dealing with in here. They've just got the one shipped in the beta at this time. And I think it's a fairly flat and open map. You know, nothing too exciting, but again, you know, this isn't the game. This is just, they just wanted out here to squash some bug, and I think especially with the online mode, I think that was considerably important to them. Tiger Truck Shop. I think I was gonna do something like call it. It's just Petranimals, Brussels, right? This is the Brussels branch of our Petranimals franchise. Fair enough. Flat map full of tall grass for velociraptors to hide in. This is not Jurassic World. Is there habitat at Desert Hills? All right. Now, the game is super gorgeous. You won't really be able to tell right here, but if you've if you followed on like the Reddit or my Twitter or anything like that and looked at the screenshots people have been taking, the animals are insane. Like, the thing is, when you zoom in, even here you can sort of see, like, you can zoom in really close, and all of a sudden, like, you know, there's like, I don't know, they're doing the various scaling textures or whatever. When you get to, you can zoom into the animals really close and you can see like individual hairs and things. It's quite nice. I mean, here we got like all these blades of grass, which is pretty good considering you can also play the game back here. So that was pretty good. Oh, let's go ahead and pause right here so time doesn't advance right now. We started, hold on, I just realized, like, why am I so uncomfortable? Because you're sitting on your keys. Excellent. So we started 40,000 bucks. And we have 300 conservation credits available. You can see what you can do to earn conservation credits: releasing animals into the wild, selling animals on the marketplace, sending your avatar to visit other zoos. There'll be daily login rewards, as well as daily, weekly, and monthly challenges, and community challenges. On the main menu, there was a challenge that looked like it was something to do with lions. I don't know if it was about releasing lions or breeding lions or something like that, but it was at like 6%. So presumably if the community as a whole achieves that challenge, then everyone who participated or something gets a reward. We'll see how it is. Not Africa, no blessed rain. Spain, the same people as Planet Coaster. No wonder it's so detailed. Yeah, I mean, so it's got that visual aspect, but it's got, you know, much more chunkier mechanics for, as far as I can tell, for running the park. Although, one thing we have to do, and I haven't done it yet, is we're going to have to play Parkitect. Parkitect is a sort of another sort of theme park tycoon-y kind of game, very much in the vein, I would say, of the older theme park and, you know, early iterations of Roller Coaster Tycoon, which we'll have to take a look. So I don't know where to start. Like, people are posting screenshots of their enclosures that they're doing, their habitats for the animals, and they look so freaking good. And I don't know what to do about that. Tell you what I'm going to do. I want to avoid regular stuff because I'm like, oh, we can put out, you know, some roads early on for regularity. No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put down sort of an odd-shaped habitat, and then we'll bring the path to it and sort of, you know, wrap around with it. We're going to try to avoid too much regularity. Rectangular tree cages is the way to go. Model it after the Toronto Zoo. It's been a while since I've get there. So I'm going to start by plopping down, like, habitat borders instead, which, yeah, is a little weird. But I think it'll force me to break out of a grid-based design. So I'm just going to sort of draw out an enclosure over here. I guess one of the questions will be, what animal are we going to put in? I don't know. The animal trading screen isn't lit up until we put down the trade center building. It's only $10 to sort of unlock that, but we'll see. So I'm just going to put down a barrier, and then we'll put some paths down. We'll put down the employee facilities, and then we'll go and figure out what kind of animals to put in. In terms of barriers we have access now, there's going to be a lot more as you research stuff. There's a whole researching system in the game. Grayed out, because I don't have a research center right now. But we have access to hedges. Now, I'm assuming that somewhere in here there'll be descriptions of, like, how tough and how capable these various things are. We got chain link fence, we got corrugated metal, we've got brick, we've got wooden logs, pure glass, and there's this null barrier, which is kind of interesting. It allows you to still define, like, an enclosure for gameplay purposes, but not actually put like barriers up here. For example, if there was a river crossing things and you had animals that don't really swim, you could have like a river and then put the null barrier sort of through the river, and you know, the animals wouldn't be going through there and stuff, which is kind of neat. Put the lions behind some hedges so they can ambush humans. Hope there's going to be olifants. Let's start with just chain link. I don't know, it's not very sexy. You want to do red brick and then we'll put some glass in on areas? Maybe something like that. So there's a bunch of different controls that we can do here. Some of the walls allow curved pieces, so some don't. So chain link fence doesn't, but the brick does. In fact, I think of the stuff we have access to, oh no, the hedges do as well. But that's it. Okay, so the red brick and the hedges are the only ones that allow curved pieces. You can toggle that on and off. You've got angle snap. You got the length of the components you're going to put down. We'll be able to change the height of things as well because some animals go and jump over things. So, yeah, I don't know. We're just going to start. I'm just going to go and... I mean, maybe I shouldn't go too big. It depends. If we're having bigger animals, we're going to want a larger area. They're sort of irregularly shaped. Just because it'll force me to be, you know, slightly more interesting and creative. There. This is what we've got. Some sort of, I don't know, kidney bean kind of something. Not even that. This is going to be our enclosure. Because, who cares, right? So now let's put down some paths, and then what we're going to go and add some actual like windows and stuff like that so we can see through it. But let's get the path and that kind of structure down, and we'll figure it out. So one of the glitches I found already, this path menu, if you close it and you try to reopen it, it doesn't open properly. You have to like go to another tab and then open it. Beta. So under path, we've got, well, 3 different types of paths. There's just regular walking path. There's queues. Not sure, like maybe you unlock rides or something later on. I don't know. And then there's staff paths, which obviously only the staff walks on. But we'll start with the path, a regular one. You can change the width, so wider paths does allow for more throughput and things. We can change the material. Looks like the price, I think, is all about the same, so it comes down to what are we going to make our paths out of. There's something about just like log paths or something like that, but I don't know. Crazy stone path? We'll do something like that. So there is an option. So there's tons of little options for tuning this stuff, which is kind of nice. Tunneling, curved slopes, da-da-da-da-da. One of these is snap alongside barriers, which I have turned on over here, which is kind of nice because you can see it snaps there, but not only that, when I start dragging it down, I can clip things to the barriers. Now, if I go and shrink this length down, I should... There's a limit to how sharp it can make these corners. So with the design the way it is, it might lead to things a little wonky, but that's okay. We'll use those gaps for something else. Same thing over here. Maybe what I'll do is actually... we can fit in, I don't know, merch booth or something over here? Could be. So, we'll sort of wrap a path around this. There we go, something like that. And then over here, so I could go with a wider start, but I don't think I will. I think what we'll do is we'll have a sort of a Y branch over here that goes like that and connects up over here. Okay, so there's going to be our first exhibit. You can change the angle snap. Well, the angle snap was for something else. Right over here. Yeah, okay, actually, it may have helped a little bit. You're right. There's a possibility. We could actually go and tweak it. If I go and, yeah, just drop some right clicks here to clear that out. If I turn off the angle snap completely and go to short length, there still seems to be like a maximum bend angle. And I'm not necessarily convinced that this is more attractive than what we had before, but all right, let's go for it anyway. So let's build a little staff area out over here. And then the idea maybe being that we'll have a couple more enclosures over here, and then the staff area won't be too far away, which will be kind of convenient. Yeah. One of the things, I don't think you can do it for paths. The enclosures, you can grab a bit and then drag it around to change it. I'm not sure that paths, yeah, they don't seem to have the same sort of editability, which is a little unfortunate because it would be nice to be able to tweak that afterwards. But, all right, let's make a little staff area. So we do need staff paths for that. We get to choose a color. I don't know, this bluish one is fine. I'll turn on the angle snapping and a fair amount of length, and I'll just sort of... just put it a little out of the way. I think one of the ideas is that the staff buildings and activities and stuff like that aren't considered very attractive to the guests, so you sort of want to hide them. We may want to put like some fencing or bushes or something like that to kind of hide it. But for now, what we'll do is we'll switch over to the facilities over here. So facilities menu has tons of different stuff, but there's a staff facilities over here that we want. Now, what's neat about this is the actual facility itself are these like sort of basic blocks over here. So the trade center, which allows us to trade for animals, is this building over here. Now, it doesn't look very exciting because this is the plain functional bit. They actually have a preview of, there you go, a trade center here. It's exactly the same thing. Inside of this block is that block over there, but they've added little corrugated metal and stuff around it. And you can go and construct this yourself after you've got your building, well, after or before. You can see here, we've got, you know, roof parts and, I guess that's just architecture. There you go. Roofs and floors, walls. So what we can do, although I'm not, you know, generally artsy-fartsy enough to pull this off, is we can plop this down, and then you can go into the construction mode, and do things like, okay, we are going to use some, you know, brick wall door over here. There we go. Hit Z to rotate. There you go. So I can go and brick this up. Where's just like a flat brick wall? Oh, right here. There we are. And then some sort of roof. Oh, we need to enable auto stacking over here. And there we go. So we can put that down, and then we can finish off this little bit over here. Oh, there's different categories of this too. Pitch roof, roof decorations. Oh, hold on. Can I, yeah, undo. Can I put this? I don't know if there's a way to scale. Plus, minus, no. There might be a way to scale, construction things. I don't know. Just put a flat roof on there. There you go. Some tiles like that. Boom. Done. Guys, look how creative I am. I totally made this custom building. I think you can upload these things and share them on the workshop. I can save it as a blueprint. Oh, man. There you go. Hold on. Hold the phone. Oh, my God. In-game price, which is just the price of all the components. Name it. Quill's Awesome Trade Center. I don't remember how they spell it in this game. If it's the British way or not. And you set your tags for it. You can create a blueprint. Description is required. Boom. Same description. I need a tag. Small building? I don't know. Boom. Done. So now it shows up on my blueprint list. Right here. There's Quill's Awesome Trade Center. I think you can share this stuff on the workshop or whatever. Excellent. So you guys will make pretty stuff, and I'll just steal it and use it in my own construction. So, Brit it out nice. Could you do anything to the door? Maybe. There's probably something. I don't know. You guys are asking too much of me. Anyway, we have a trade center now, which means we can go into animal trading. So, we've got 4 icons over here. We've got the animal market. We've got the animal trade center. This is animals that I will have. Animal trade history, which is going to be... Oh, not blank. I guess because of my other gameplay. Yeah. Animal rewards. Nothing in there. So we got to purchase things off the animal market. And again, this is shared. This is like an online animal market. If we click on one of these, there you go. So this came from Kemp's International, which could be another player. It could be like an auto-seeded thing. There's a timer over here. And this is one of the areas in the game where there's like... in this beta, there's a fair amount of glitchiness. The servers are kind of laggy. They don't always seem to update in real time when an animal's already been bought by someone else. So you try to buy someone and you're like, oh, it's not available. So what are we going to put in here? It's not the largest of habitats. I wonder, I think there's a Wikipedia, or right over here, Zoopedia. There you go. So we can get a list of the animals in here. African buffalo, African elephant, African wild dog, Aldabra giant tortoise, Baird's tapir, Bengal tiger, boa constrictor, Brazilian wandering spider. These don't go in like enclosures like this. They have their own special little exhibit. Ostriches, warthogs, black bears, Galapagos giant tortoise, so different tortoises. Gemsbok, gharial, giant forest scorpions, Goliath bird eaters, Goliath frog, grizzly bears. Oh my God, they're so cute too. Himalayan brown bears, hippos, Indian elephants. So it's both African and Indian elephants, which is nice to see. Indian peafowls, rhinos, bison frogs, mandrills. Those are things with like the red butts, right? Nile monitor, plain zebra, Oh, snow leopards, so pretty. Timberwolves, Titan beetle, West African lion, and the yellow anaconda. But domestic cats. Yeah, I don't see any pandas. Now, it could be that, you know, that doesn't have everything in the beta. We'll see. No hyenas. Tortoise will love us all. Get some turtles, zebras all the way, snakes. No Dick. You're right, that would be great. Or Deek. Not every released or announced animals in the beta. There you go. Whole enclosure of snakes. West African lions is their endangered species. Dragons. Rhino for the win. . . . We want to get to, we want to start with lions? Maybe we'll start with lions. Okay. And yeah, they are critically endangered, 250 in the wild. So, what we're going to do is we'll go to animal trading. We'll go here. We'll set a little filter here for West African lion. There we go. So, now we've got a bunch. Now, some of them are charged in conservation bucks. You'll see they're quite pricey here. But we will be able to find some in just game dollars, most likely. Ooh, maybe not. It's possible. Oh, hold on. There you go. Show cash listings. Oh no! There's no lions available for just cash. And I don't have many conservation bucks. Wolves? Hey, we can get some wolves! Who doesn't like wolves? 2 females, so we're not going to be able to have a breeding pair, unfortunately. You can see there's different stats, so this is a fairly small wolf with not the greatest longevity or immunity. Very fertile if we could find a mate at some point. Ow! I think there's a challenge of franchise mode. You kind of need to work your way up. Yeah, in the franchise mode, a big part of it, I think, will be earning the conservation bucks to unlock the, to get access to some of the animals that might be harder. Plus, I think a lot of the selling. So here, Frontier Zoo. So I think for dollars here, you're buying the ones, like, sort of the game-generated, as opposed to ones from other things. Use conservation bucks for male wolf. Well, that's actually an interesting idea. We could show conservation, but nothing more than 300. Oh, hold on. There's some cheapo conservation buck wolves. Hello. Okay. Still small. Okay, so Juan over here is small, but otherwise her genes are really good. Lots of fertility. Okay, we're gonna try to adopt one. Hey, success, that's good. This glitches a lot. So it's transfer to the trade center. Oof, no immunity, no longevity. The thing is, these the cheap ones will have fairly weak genes, is part of it.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Maybe we'll, Alright, we're gonna grab Wyatt over here. Whiskey and chocolate from Named Moose! Oh! Yes, lock those wolves up. They're dangerous. No moose, though. You should run free. Nice. Alright, we're gonna get Wyatt. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll get one more female. Unisex? Probably applies to different types of critters where you're just buying an enclosure or something. Sorry. Female. You got, like, I don't know what this tag is. Like, you've got, like, special levels of appeal. Because, right, there's the appeal meter over here. I don't know what that icon is, because you have lower appeal than Naily over here, but you have a special icon. Whatever. I'll grab you. Oh, that thing from a player over here. Okay, so now we have a trio of animals, and, we've got the little gold... Single gold pip versus triple bronze pip. No idea. So, one of the things, the UI is actually different between the scenario mode and this, franchise mode. In the scenario, there's actually a check or a button to, like, select all your animals at once. Makes it easy to just, like, move them all. But we're going to issue... Oh, invalid destination. Yeah, we don't have any doors yet. Okay, well, we know we've got that. We know that our various zookeepers are going to have to come in and out of this enclosure here. So, what I'm going to do... I'm going to put a door... Yeah, like that. There. I'm okay with this. Alright, so let's go back to animal trading. So, Wyatt, I'm going to move you to here. Yeah, so you can see the location, Trade Center, as opposed to the Petra Animals Brussels. So we'll move you there as well. And finally over here. And you can see there's other buttons, right? Trade, quick trade, release to the wild, so we can get some points for releasing to the wild over here too. if it's viable. So we put in that. The problem is, what we need staff. We need some zookeepers that will take the animals from our trade center. This is just like the door of the trade center. Again, we could have made this into a big, impressive looking building as opposed to this little box here. So let's go ahead and hire some staff up. Right now,